$1 trillion. Just last night, Elon Musk took the single biggest step yet toward becoming the world's first trillionaire. Today, SpaceX officially filed its IPO paperwork with the SEC. They're gearing up to hit the Nasdaq under the ticker SPCX, aiming for a mind-bending valuation of $1.75 to $2 trillion. If they pull this off, it will be the largest public listing in human history. Saudi Aramco's $29 billion record from 6 years ago. That looks like absolute pocket change next to this. Musk is already the richest guy on Earth, sitting on a net worth of around $667 billion. The filing reveals he holds about half of SpaceX's equity, meaning if the company actually hits that $1.8 trillion mark, his slice alone is worth $800 to $900 billion. Throw his Tesla stock into the mix, and he easily blasts right past the $1 trillion mark. And get this, when that day comes, he'll be sitting at the helm of $2 trillion companies at the exact same time. One building cars on Earth, the other building rockets for space. But I don't want to just talk about mind-numbing numbers. Let's look at the actual truths buried in this prospectus. How does SpaceX, the engine behind Musk's trillion-dollar fortune, actually survive? Simply put, it's three separate businesses rolled into one. Business number one, rockets. The Falcon 9 and Starship. It sounds the sexiest and is set to bring in about $4 billion in revenue in 2025, but it doesn't make a profit. They dumped nearly $3 billion just into Starship R&D alone. Business number two, xAI. This AI branch just got folded into SpaceX in February. It pulled in $3.2 billion in revenue, but it's an absolute financial black hole, burning through a staggering $14 billion in cash a year. So how is SpaceX not bankrupt? The answer is business number three, Starlink. In 2025, Starlink brought in $11.4 billion. That's more than 60% of the company's entire revenue and is the only part of the business that is actually turning a real profit. Let me translate that into plain English. Rockets are losing money, AI is bleeding money, and Starlink is carrying the entire company on its back. And just how crazy is Starlink right now? Look at the paid users, 2.3 million in 2023, 4.4 million in 2024, 8.9 million in 2025, and passing 10.3 million by the end of March this year. It more than quadrupled in 3 years. That giant web in the sky now has over 10,000 satellites covering more than 160 countries. This isn't just a product anymore. It's literal infrastructure hanging in Earth's orbit. And here's something that really hits hard. In SpaceX's early days, rocket after rocket kept blowing up, and the company was on the brink of bankruptcy. Back in a 2012 interview with 60 Minutes, the host told Musk straight to his face that his own space heroes, even Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, had publicly opposed commercial spaceflight. Hearing that, this normally hyper-confident guy teared up. He said, "Those guys are my heroes. It's really tough. I wish they would come and see the rockets we've built." Fast forward 14 years, the guy whose own heroes shook their heads at him, the guy who almost went broke multiple times, just handed in the largest IPO application in the history of humanity. Now, of course, the filing also lays out the risks. Starting with the big boy, Starship. It kept failing launches last year and is only just now getting ready to fly again. The prospectus also spells out in black and white that the company is highly dependent on just one guy, Elon Musk, who is also distracted running Tesla. The company loses $4.9 billion a year and is sitting on a crushing $29 billion in debt. So, the real takeaway here isn't just that flashy $1.8 trillion valuation, it's that for the very first time, humanity is taking the cosmos and putting a price tag on it on the open market. Sometime this June, SPCX could be ringing the opening bell at the Nasdaq. Years from now, we might look back at this week in May 2026 as the exact turning point when the business of space went from a sci-fi pedestal straight to the trading floor. Will Elon Musk actually become humanity's first trillionaire? That IPO in June is going to give us the final answer. Hit that follow button. And I'll see you tomorrow for another crazy story from the AI industry.